Here we come. Okay, hi, no viewers because we really just went straight into live, so we'll give some folks a minute to get in here. I usually have it, we're streaming, kind of starting soon, but I did not today because the muse spoke to me with some extra story throughout this. I'm like, oh, let me get all this in while it's fresh in my head. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. The call is up. That's funny. No, that was me asking Lily if she could uh, say stuff. That was so
No, I
sidetracked.
know it was towards me. Listen, I was
I got
finishing
on
up dinner.
literally 2 seconds before you did. It's fine.
Oh, really? Okay, I was like, I was the last one here. Listen, I'm almost done with Clone Wars, and I had to finish that episode. So
Respect. Yeah. You're fine.
got 2 more left, and sad. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, Lily, what'd you get with your roll?
12.
Okay, a 12, you said? Okay. Serena?
Oh, I got an 8.
Okay. Tasha?
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Carly?
17. Price is writing it.
Oh, yeah. And Tasha went out with it. I rolled an 18. So
Nice.
Beautiful.
Sweet.
Well, I've got to get some ambiance up here. While we get the rest of the stuff set. Way. All right, well, just in case, I'll just get some battle music ready.
You don't have to. Like,
it's probably for the best, yeah. I'm just kidding. All right, what else have we got here? The winter storm. We'll definitely need that one. We put that one in Zoom right now, so we've got it. Just for what it's worth. This is really just wind whipping, but the video is nice too. Boop. Also, hi viewers. I see some viewers pouring in. We went right to live tonight. Warm up a little bit. Okay. Well, here's hoping that winter snow is all we need. So last week, my goodness. After traveling to the base of Crestforge Mountains and resting up for the day, our crew began the trek up to the actual city in the mountain. But halfway through or so was when Renka said, "Hey, let's this is where we bounce. Let's get out of here." Fenka said, "We're gonna cut out. Don't talk for like the first few hours here because stealth is paramount through all of this." And gave some little commands like, if I do this, just stop. If I do this, like get low, or even like bury yourself in the snow a little bit to cover up. And I think that was it, or like a run, run that way, sort of gesture. The crew, with the help of some stakes, avoided a pack of hungry wolves. And navigated some general... Oh, I don't have the things. General hazards of the area. And we do have... Let me see if I can... I might just do this for now on the... Yeah. Oops. On the stream rather than... Well, here I'll just show real quickly what we'll have. Let's see if this is gonna work. See if this one works today. Nope, because it's sideways, it's upside down. Oh, whatever. Anyway, this is like currently Dia's character, Dia's mini, is navigating the mountain range, like a representation for the whole party. So this is an overall path to get through. You've had, you're on your third day, and you got to get to the other side here. So I'm going to switch it back for now, just to me. Just I'm doing all this, of course, with just in Zoom here. But I think we'll take a moment and switch to the battle setup on stream, just so everyone can kind of get a feel for, like, how much is ahead and so on. Oh man, that fireball transition, I love it. All right, I've got everyone else's minis here and ready now, just in case. But we ended last session with crew scaling it was a rather steep valley that they went down. Saw something rather large at the bottom, perhaps a winter wolf, and decided let's not go all the way down. We'll just scale across this valley and then up the other side. And as they reached the summit, this image you'll see here on Twitch was what they saw: two machine-like creatures, one on a seemingly maybe a large charging pad of some sort, crimson blade and black, like an onyx, and gray and red robes, seem to be communicating with each other with like sounds, old modem sounds. And yeah, it's sort of as you peeked up and you all kind of like went back down past the ledge part in hopes of being quiet. We had some checks last week, but at the top of tonight, let's go ahead and do like a fresh stealth check for everybody.
Is Pass Without a Trace still up?
It only lasts an hour. I don't know if Laedrin had it while scaling the side of the mountain. I mean, you didn't say it, but let me know if you feel you would have done that, Laedrin.
I mean, yes, for sure.
Okay.
Let's see. It did take, yeah. I would have probably done it, like, yeah, sometime before we got up to this portion.
Okay.
So
you can add 10 to your stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
Feora, what'd you get?
27.
Ooh, nice. Dia?
26. Plus 10 total.
Nice. Laedrin?
26.
Okay, and Tuna?
17.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! I'm doing great. That's with the plus 10.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to do a roll for their general perception, and we'll see if it beats anyone's thing, just in case. As you hear, you had witnessed one of them stepping off of their charging station, the two of them communicating, and as you ducked down, you heard approaching where you were. Footsteps launching through the snow. There is a little bit of a shelf where you all are, where you're sort of, you can even have like your backs, you can duck down and have your backs against the stone and kind of be looking down the valley. Like trying to make yourselves as flat as possible with those really good stealth checks. If you were to at all look up, anyone looking up as these things get close? Did you hear them approaching closer? Tuna? Okay.
Tuna would.
Nah, I'm too afraid if I look up they'll see me, so I'm just...
Nice.
I have the lowest stealth, so it's fine. If you're gonna see anyone, it'll be me. I'll look up.
Awesome, Tuna. You look up and you see there, just the form of the one to the left in that image. It has a sort of elongated head structure, kind of cantilever out, not down, but out, and seems to be surveying where you are all just scaling across, left and right, and seems to turn, and then you hear the footsteps begin walking away. Not back to the charging pad, but rather along the ridge, that you just navigated yourselves. You all came this way around the valley. They're going along the top the other way, seemingly in a patrol. It takes maybe 5 minutes or so for the sounds of their footfalls to be lost in the wind and snow. What do you want to do?
Oh, I mean, guess once their footprints are gone, check with our guide if it's safe to like.
More. Five more.
Okay.
She wants to play it extra safe. Uh, another 5 minutes. She leaps up onto the above, waits for all of you to climb up. Right. So, well done. uh, we don't come across those very often up here. That they have stations like that here and there. This one's new. I'm gonna mark that down. Wasn't expecting that, but I don't think we'll encounter any others unless they've added more additional stations like this where they seem to charge. I think we'll be okay, but you want to give them at least a good 7 or 8 minutes distance. I've seen them approach with different creatures and stuff. Seems like they can hear from pretty far away, so they're relieved that they didn't look down. That was frightening. All right. Let's get back underway. This way. And she'll turn, and there's a bit of a wooded section that you'll, within like 10 or 15 minutes, you can see it from here, that you'll start navigating through in this section of the mountain tops. As you navigate through there's a slight, the snow's picking up, getting a little more, a little heavier snowfall today. Is there anything you'd like to do as you're sort of navigating the forest for the day? Okay.
Nothing that comes to mind.
Okay. Yeah, so in that case, let's see, you navigate. Okay. You make your way very smoothly, efficiently through the woods. And towards the end of the evening, you come back out of the woods into more of that open mountainscape with the snow, rocks, and such. But probably only 45 feet away, seems to be there's an extremely weathered, moderate-sized cabin that's tucked under an outcropping of stone from the mountain's edge, about 45 feet away or so. And Fenka's gonna head over and into that. She'll open the door. Get everyone in.
Yeah. Go inside the cabin.
Okay. All right, Capital G. It's a relief. You've done a lot of traveling in the winter recently. This is another level. The cold temperatures here, the thinner air, and this snow's really packed here tonight. It's like that wet, heavy snow in this area. The relief of stepping into an area that cuts the wind and some of the cold out is just it's a wonderfully tangible feeling. Yeah, and Fenka presumes. Right, all right, we'll be staying here for the night. This is a lovely way stop. Remember, I don't use a chimney, and there's a little fireplace. This again is extremely weathered. This place looks old, like this is probably built around the time of just after the Sundering in the first. It's like 100 years old, 90, 100 years old, somewhere around there. The cold seems to keep it in pretty good condition for being that old, but the walls are intact, the roof is intact. But we don't want any attention, no smoke, this and that. But we'll use a stone again. She had that red large gemstone that threw heat and stuff to warm up, you know, like hands and feet and such. We're gonna rest here. There's room for everyone's beds. Just roll them out where you wish. There's some seasons I keep here myself because great stop, and we can use the stone to heat some of our rations up and maybe throw a little seasoning on it here. Tomorrow is the day that we'll be looking for the flowers. We'll tackle those tomorrow. Stay on alert for that. But for now, let's get comfortable and warm and get some rest. Anything?
Would a magical flame produce smoke? I was trying to look and I didn't see. I was gonna do like a tiny little produce flame just to give some extra heat.
If it's produce flame, I'll say it won't because you're literally producing and controlling it, I think. So it's not burning anything because it's magical, so
and I'm not attacking anybody
we'll
yet,
say
so...
it's a-okay for tonight. Yeah, get some real warmth. Yeah.
Yeah, so just add some extra heat.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I mean, you all look around again. This isn't a well-lived-in cabin. Maybe at one point, there's a few tables where you can all sit down and eat. There's like a kitchen-ish area. The fireplace has one of those big cauldrons on it, and some benches for food preparation and everything. Some really weathered, very rigid cushions on seats here that, you know, are just absolutely dead. But you could sit on them, and you haven't really been able to sit on anything except rocks, so probably still more comfortable than that. Yeah, is there anything anyone would like to do here? Or chat about, or any of that stuff? It's okay for that. Okay.
Nothing that comes to mind.
All right.
It's not for me.
Okay. Let's see. Let me have everyone, what's everyone's passive perception? I'll go around and ask. I'll give everyone a second to look, and then I'll go around and ask. Once you find yours, Feyre, let me know, please. 17. Okay. Dia?
9.
Sweet soul. That's awesome. Laedrin?
17.
Okay. Nice. And Tuna?
Also 17.
Threesies?
I'm so used to this. It's spotting things.
Yeah, you can also see there's a desk in here, like a writing desk. Inkwell long dried up, quill still in it. Everything has a layer of a thick layer of dust, the kind that you get after a very long time. It gets sort of mangy. But there's a book on top of the desk that only has a very fine layer of dust. And that is, of course, everyone except Dia. I'm sorry, Dia.
I knew what I was doing when I said wisdom will be my dump stat, like a fool.
In case anyone wants to do anything with that, but please don't feel like you need to. Just it stands out, so I'll let you know.
Pick it up.
Oh, okay. This book's old. This book's probably as old as the cabin. Benko, I mean, are you being stealthy and picking it up, or are you Like, just going to pick it up, take a look.
I wouldn't say that I'm like not trying to get caught, but like doing it casually.
Okay. I'll just have finger roll down if she gets over. Okay. So she spots it. It won't really hide. Oh, careful, that journal's very, I mean, it's not that brittle. I've poured through it a few times myself, but just gentle. It's very interesting read.
I'll take out my Tome of Endless Depths and put it on top.
Mm-hmm.
And just say T.
Okay, gosh, this journal, it takes like 40 seconds to copy this.
And once it's done, I'll open it up and start reading it.
Okay. Are you reading any of it aloud or to yourself?
Just to myself.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll see, you know, Figaro begins reading through. Let's see. That's too far. Yes, so the entries are as follows. The first entry, it seems to be addressed to the journal itself. Well, hello, new journal. I'm sad to say I left your predecessor behind due to carelessness once again, but I'm sure I'll fill your volumes nicely and be all the more cognizant of your whereabouts, much more so than my last journal. And that's like it for the very first entry. As you read through, you see that initially these seem to be daily entries, and they speak of their progress in their journey to map the continent, both in form, and resources, and other survivors. It says, which does make you think that this is probably shortly after the Sundered. It mentions a few things that they've encountered here specifically. The earlier dates seem to be in, as you begin flipping through, you find an area where the way that they mark the dates is in a numerical fashion, and it's a little different than what you're accustomed to. Sort of like the United States has a way they organize days, months, and years. Everyone else has their... But it kind of clicks. You're like, okay, this is the year 101, so a year and change after the Sundering. It seems to be in August months when it starts, and you can tell there's at least probably half a year's worth of entries in here. But they talk about some dangers they've encountered here. One entry remarks on encountering an ice giant, a frost giant rather. At first being concerned just for their safety, this looking more like a creature than a humanoid almost. I mean, they look very humanoid, but they're just so incredibly, I think they're upwards like 45 feet tall or something like that. So they're outrageously tall, but it seemed to be friendly, ostracized from their home, and you know, on a journey to kind of go discover, you know, where they are, what's happened, and so on and so forth. So they made acquaintance, and the frost giant went on their way. They talked about finding some dangerous ruins in the area. Well, from, you know, not from their prime, but from some other prime likely. They didn't recognize any of it, but could tell that there were traps and dangers set about it, so they marked it and steered clear. Although there's no maps in here, but they reference, seems to be a whole group of people traveling here. At one point, an entry speaks. Sorry, I should pause and ask. Are you still just, as this kind of delves into this stuff, Are you transitioning to reading aloud, or are you continuing to just read it to yourself?
I think if anyone asked, she would read it out loud, but would otherwise read silently.
All right. I'll check and see if anyone asks. You see her reading? Okay. Yeah.
Feora, what are you reading there? Did anyone else notice there was a book in here? That's insane.
It's a copy of that journal. And seems pretty interesting.
There was a journal in here?
It's right there.
And then you look at it, you're like, how did I miss? How did
I missed that.
that?
Is it anything interesting?
I guess it's pretty interesting. It's about someone who is looking to map out the continent. Apparently they came across some ruins up here and a frost giant.
A frost giant. Ooh.
You're only about a third of the way through, too.
You want to sit and read it with me?
I'll run over and just sit. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I would.
She'll kind of just like put the book in between the two of us so we can
Yes.
both read.
All right. You kind of skim over those same pages, like, oh, yeah, here's where they talk about this, not, and you catch up. Back to that entry that you had been looking at. This entry speaks of the author's homeworld, like their prime. It would seem that the prime from which they came was an absolute, for lack of a better term, a clusterfuck. It's just, even before the dawn war of the deities and primordials, their prime had suffered war after war after war. These conflicts had all but razed their world, and those that remain lived in constant conflict and strife by the powers that be over the few that the small populations that still lived. But the entries that speak of that then kind of shift to this new world, this indomitable spirit in most folks. How those that have lost it all, but who are then given a fresh chance, will find ways to put grievances behind them and work together toward a better future for their loved ones and future generations. And it's sort of there's a beauty to it, and all this conflict and these people that truly know what it is to lose hope and to have nothing and to be put in this quality of life that is constant conflict and fear, to then have something like this new world, and how hard everyone that they were encountering was working together. You are sort of approaching the last of the entries, where they speak of with high hopes of finding more survivors in this new world that they were given. More people to help lift one another up and rebuild. And it speaks then of them preparing to set out now that winter's passed. And you can see the dates, like very late winter, pretty early. I guess it'd be right in the early spring. And that's the last entry. The date again, early spring. Yeah, they remark too on building this cabin to throughout the entries to survive the winter here in the mountains. It proved much more dangerous, much colder, and everything else than they were anticipating. So they waited it out, and then likely forgot another journal. Probably left it behind like the like the previous one. But yeah, just the author and a small and a medium group of people doing their thing. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to ask, is it common knowledge that the Sundering brought people from other worlds colliding? Is
I
it common
think so.
knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. think I'm about to say something, and then I very much quickly remember that we have two people that are over 100 years old, and I'm just like, hmm.
Once they're done, Theor would, kind of like flip the page, see that it's done. Got Faete Elevator's journal in here too, if you wanted to read that.
Page of what? Who?
Faete Elevator's
Oh,
diary from her warehouse.
yes, I'm super curious as to what's going on in their mind. How do they organize their thoughts?
I'm so sorry. I got sidetracked. That was conversation. That wasn't for me, right? That was.
A little bit.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Someone messaged and I was responding and I totally. What was it again? You were wondering.
Faete Elevator's journal, I've got that copied down.
Oh yeah. Are you ready to snoop?
So ready to snoop. Yeah.
Nice.
I got a snooping buddy now.
Nice.
I will encourage all bad decisions. Listen.
Amazing. You see that this effectively, while they're not labeled in volumes, this is volume 3 of this particular journal entry. She's filled 2 prior. So you don't have access to those, but you do pick up, and you're just inferring that from a lot of details about this journal. A fair bit of it is about, it's not necessarily personal. A lot of it was about, business dealings and things like that, but there are parts where she remarks on. In fact, I think the beginning of this volume is when she's remarking on the new body. Because again, she's the very first Warforge ever. She constructed herself. She's a master tinker and found a way to imbue her soul, transfer it from a mortal form into this form that she has now. So there are, often, it's not like a diary saying, oh, I feel this way, but more like, another, had this today, ate so-and-so, still can't taste anything spicy, make calibrations and yada, just like fine-tuning this new body. There, roll man, I think it's in here, but you're gonna have to read thoroughly. Roll a D100 for me.
Ah, sick. Both of us are just Feora.
You can either both roll or yeah, both roll. That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not really a skill that gets advanced.
Alrighty, let's see what we get.
Roll mine. We'll see. Let me know what you get when you're set, Dia.
All right, 76.
Okay. And Feora?
32.
Oh. Opposite ends of the spectrum.
You never mind. You can't see anything. Okay. So Feora, I rolled a 30, which means that within the range of 5 that I wanted for this. So well done. There is a couple entries talking about an upcoming, there's meetings and other things written here, dates, times, and such. But with your rogue's mind, you're like, well, why aren't they mentioning the person in this? Like, they keep, everything's really detailed here, but they keep just, there's almost like a play name for this person instead of like an actual name. Until you get up to the date and kind of correspond an entry, like a glowing entry the next morning. And the initials, oh my gosh, I've got to look. Oops, I went way too far back in my notes. Hold on, Dan. Here we are. Our A P And of course, you know that Aveline has introduced herself initially as Aveline Tarthus. And there's just like this extra spring in her notes, like spring in her step kind of notes the next morning. And then over the next, because this volume spans probably 2.5 years or so, this is near the beginning. Over the next, like, year and a half, there's little entries with that play name and a lot of, just a lot of positives around that you're just reading between the lines here through, because it's again not so much a diary. And of course, you and you would both kind of be soaking this up. It would be the first thing of because I know offline discussions, this is one of the things you were looking for. So to see if it existed. So but with being rolling so close, yeah, you can kind of spot between the lines that there seems to have been something. Then there's suddenly no more mention, no more appointments, no more mention. There's that just cuts off after that year and a half. And all the notes go back to this very straightforward note with business stuff. I'll say too, if you both want to do an investigation check, or if one of you wants to give the
Desperately.
other,
I'm here. I'm here for this drama. Eh. Okay. What is my investigation?
Figure out what'd you get.
I got a natural 20 for a 27.
Nice. Okay. And Dia?
I got a less impressive 16.
Oh, still nice. I mean, the investigation mainly is to just kind of pour over this and see if there's anything out of place. As far as the reading through, everything seems to be above board. The business proceedings, it really reads as a common, almost more of a ledger than a journal. Yeah, and she's very adept at business, and rightfully is the master tinkerer of Oberman Bell. There, even with that, there really, unfortunately, isn't anything else to kind of glean about the relationship and stuff from the journal,
Dang.
and nothing hidden within it or hidden message. Think of what else. Yeah, no, that's it. You will note that there weren't really, despite the cute name and everything else, there really weren't any business dealings with Aveline. Clearly, it was not business related. So you'll just kind of double down on that with the investigation checks, like just whatever dealings they had were outside of business hours. Yeah.
God, they were lovers.
That's what I was going to say, but I thought it was inappropriate. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I wasn't the only one inferring. Like, my question is, maybe I just need to read volumes 1 and 2, but what would make, I mean, aside from the Aveling thing, okay, I know I have Aveling has given literally no reason. Yes, I do. Yeah. I have no reason to question like who she is, like what she's done. She's actually done nothing to raise any suspicions, but she seems much more involved in this than, I don't know, than just hiring us to do investigations for her and sending her steward / our lawyer to save us. Anyone else curious?
Laedrin's been
Never let us
playing a
down.
game with Gregory and just like
Nice.
barely like trying to eavesdrop, and then like, no, I'm gonna concentrate on this game.
If Faor would have made a big deal about it, like after putting all the dates together and everything, and reading the initials, she would have stood up and proclaimed it. really dramatic.
They were lovers.
Amazing.
Who's over there just like huddled, like in their jacket and like cloaks and like extra blankets they found, and they're like, really interesting. Great job. Really, you're doing great. Laedrin, can I have some tea?
Oh, right. Yeah. Let's get. That's more interesting. Like,
Sorry.
it does not care. I mean, she cares, but she just does not. Tea.
That's beautiful.
Something else I've always been wondering: what would possess someone to turn themselves into a warforged if their sibling is to be they are elven in descent? What would so I don't know if it had anything to do with longevity, I'm assuming.
I mean,
Why?
you saw the whole invisible thing, right? I fuck with that.
I get, but one can learn to turn invisible. I'm sure if I focused on it enough, I could just learn to become invisible one day. I don't think it's that hard.
I mean, maybe in the way that you would be passionate to learn that magically, she was passionate to learn it through tinkering.
Plus, I mean,
Tinkerer's City.
It's harder to destroy a metal body than a flesh one, right?
I
Gross,
suppose.
but yeah.
Depending on the method, but
I suppose. Do you think Faete has enemies that they would have to resort to such an extreme? Because I mean, I don't know, they seem satisfied with the results, but from their records, I should say, it was a dry read, even though there were some salacious non-mentions in reading in between the lines. It just seems like it is quite it's quite a sacrifice to lose feeling and taste for, I suppose, safety, if that was the reason. I guess I just want to know why.
Well, we can
You
always
should ask.
steal something of hers again, and then
Have
we can ask her next time.
have her come. I'll take that into consideration.
I mean, I'll ask.
There
I don't mind making things awkward.
you
Noticed.
What?
Nothing.
I have tea.
Ooh.
This
Same.
is very. It's a little bit of a spicy tea because it's so fucking cold. So there you go.
Nice. Nice spicy tea warms everyone's bellies. Oh, all right. Is there anything anyone would like to do before sleeping and setting out in the morning?
I think I'll wait till tomorrow.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see. So the morning comes, long rests all around. You got more path to navigate today. Let me know if and when you would like to cast Pass Without Trace if you want to, Laedrin, today. Because I know it only lasts an hour. So, yeah. Benkin gets everyone set, and you're going to be doing some scaling today. You have to clear the next sort of mountain range, and that means more climbing. But it's just up this time, not down, so there's that. Another day ahead here.
I think once we get like past the scaling, that's when she'll cast it because they're more out in the open after that.
Sure. Hey.
I think that's fair.
Right. She's actually going to give you an alternative. If you're all too tired, I know we scaled yesterday, so if you're feeling too tired to do that today, We can go around this particular peak, but that's, of course, we have to go down. And it's a slippery. You get sliding and then you don't stop, so that's the danger there. We can tie each other off and go down carefully, or we can climb. Which do you prefer?
Rather climb.
I'm pretty good at climbing at this point.
I am much more confident in climbing than I am being able to stand on my own 2 feet, if that says a lot, doesn't it?
Listen, you're here, you're standing at all. That's impressive. Um, the weather and the conditions here don't make that easy, or the danger's about. So, all right. In that case, we'll head the climbing path. Let's get underway. And Laedrin, you said just before reaching the climbing is when you'd like to.
No, after. I'll say within maybe 10 feet or 20 feet. Maybe 10 feet of the top. Because
Okay.
I'm assuming we're climbing up to get onto a flatter surface.
Yeah.
So about within 10 feet of crossing that's when I'll cast it.
Okay. All right. So it's just a regular climbing check for today. That's athletics. Because you have climbing gear, you can all do it with advantage.
Sick. Oh my god.
Tuna, what'd you get?
Sorry, I was looking at spells to see if
Oh,
I
no,
wanted to do
no
anything.
worries.
Oh, so close. 21.
Nice.
Oh wait, with advantage. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
25.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, easy peasy for tuna. Laedrin?
Athletics, that's a 17.
Okay. Dia?
6. No, I have 2 + 2, so 15. 17. Wow, could not do basic math.
Nice. Feora?
18.
Okay. Y'all scale this mountain, no problem. We're gonna keep things moving across the mountain here just so we don't get bogged down with a bunch of checks, but you safely net scale. You find a place to camp. You've got another good night of rest. You've made it another day. All right. In the morning, Venka lets you know there's 2 paths we can take today. Again, we have to cross the valley, a small valley either way. We can cut probably a good 3 days off our travel, or well, I guess it'd be 2 days. A good 2 days off our travel if we climb that peak, which will point to like a really big mountain peak nearby, just on the other side of a little valley, or it'll take an extra day and a half or 2, but it's much easier going over here, and there's like a couple of mountain ranges that are much smaller to navigate. Fine either way. It really depends on how you're all feeling, because if we get too fatigued, it's a little more difficult to stay stealthy and quiet. But if you have the energy, it's better to do that because we're out of here sooner.
I feel quite fine, so I'm good to go the faster but more difficult route. How about the rest of you? All right.
Sure.
More difficult route it is, Venka.
Excellent. All right. Well, off we go. And let's see. Can I have everyone do a first a stealth check for the day?
Yes.
Feora, what'd you get?
Are we doing this with Pass Without a Trace, or is it just...
This is
Oh, not.
This is not, and I'll add 10 if Laedrin's like, oh, I'm about to cast that, because I can't blanket like the 8 hours, with that. But we'll put it in situationally if it comes up. So without for now, Feora.
Okay, that's 16.
16. Okay, Dia.
I was muted. 18.
Nice. Laedrin?
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. And Tuna?
Dirty.
16.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Great. So this is going to be. I'm just going to keep yesterday's climbing things because I don't want to make you do it again and again and again. So everyone's able to climb pretty well. It's going to take the whole day to navigate up this space. Day. Yeah. Okay. This will go well. Timing wise, it'll go well. This is good. So is there any point during this climb, Laedrin, that in particular that are you waiting for any triggers like, oh, I see movement or I see this before casting Pass Without Trace?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would make more sense.
Okay. You all excel at this climb. Reaching the summit by the end of the night. Set up camp. As you rest tonight, though, I will need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw because of how freezing cold it is and how thin the air is up here. I'll start with Feora.
4.
Oh, okay. All right. You were just not prepared for this. Who said we should climb mountains? You suffer 1 point of exhaustion by the time you wake up from the sheer cold and the thin air. Dia, how about you?
12.
Well, same thing. You wake up. You're a little better, but still not enough. It's
Oh, God.
tough.
Why does anyone listen to me when I make choices? It's awful. I hate it.
Amazing. Laedrin, how about you?
21.
Okay, you wake up spry and ready for the day.
I slept with all like the produced flame on my face.
Nice. and Tuna, how about you?
5.
Oh, poor Tuna especially, right? As a tiefling. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
I'm
you're
like
just
cuddled up to the girls who I have in like winter gear as well.
It's amazing. It's like you can't stop your jaws from chattering. Like it's so cool. The shivers are constant. So for everyone except Laedrin, you have 1 point of exhaustion. Benka says, right, well, this is it. This is sort of the summit. So firstly, I'll just say there's nowhere to go but down now, so it'll get better. But second, now that we're all packed and ready for the day, while this is terrible up here, the cold, the air, I do want to show you one thing. And she kind of walks you out towards like the ledge on the other side where you're going to start navigating your way down. And this is one of those places where if there's any romance at all in you, you will be awestruck by the view, this vista. The countless mountains you can maybe almost make out like on the far horizon. There's crisp air, blue sky today, no snow, and you can just see so far. You swear you can see some like the ice shelf out in the ocean, almost the far horizon. Like it just looks incredible. All of this creation, the way it's structured, just as like it's golden hour in the morning, the sun's coming up and highlighting everything beautifully, and y'all just have a moment. I mean, it's a moment shared too. This definitely resonates with sort of that dream you had a while back of being pulled up out of the snow, trudging on forward, and being here with friends, with these loved ones, these people that you've made these bonds with. You're here for them, they're here for you. And it just feels like, it's like a reward. It's as TikTok would say. It's
this is just looking over the horizon. It's like as terrible as it is this morning, it's like if this is the worst that it did, well, that it could have been, it's like this is a good moment. I kind of still freezing, but definitely looking at everyone, and I was like, oh, I'm very happy you all are here with me. This is breathtaking, and I definitely like my eyes linger on Tuna a little bit, and before I turn to Fanka and be like, "This is beautiful."
Nice. Isn't it? I swear there's something deep here, like in the worst of times you can find beauty. I don't know, but oh, wait. What a sight. Looks down the edge of the mountain. Right. Well. Oh, that's amazing. I had to look. 'Cause and now the descent. So
Was that flower supposed to be up here that we were looking for? Or was
yes,
that just
it's
all right?
just on the other side. It's we'll come
Okay.
across it today. The snow caps. Mhm. That'll get us what we want for navigating the rest of this without having to worry or tax you. Looks over at Laedrin, who seems fine. Hey, all right.
Yep. She's not showing it. She is definitely in awe.
Oh, nice.
Nature.
This is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. Just freezing like
It's all right, I guess. Yeah.
as an emo would.
I love it.
Feora is like briefly distracted from the cold and thin air when she sees it. But then like there's a breeze and then she shivers and then is like immediately grouchy again. It's kind of like shivering and glaring daggers at Laedrin for looking completely
It's
blind
looking
during
so
all this.
warm.
Wait, me? Why are you shooting
Yes!
me?
You're the only one who wasn't completely bothered by this.
Because druid, nature, beautiful. It's fine. I don't expect you to understand. It's okay. Whatever.
All right, so you begin your descent down the mountain here. So there's a lot of, you tie yourself up. If you have your climbing equipment, it isn't steep enough to repel, but it's slick. And so Fenka shows you in this first area, thankfully, there's like a little tutorial area up here. Like, okay, kind of, you want to climb down carefully like this. If you start to slide, roll to your back, look for the next stone or something that you can kind of catch yourself on. Make sure you're square above it. You don't want to catch it with one foot and get tumbling. Just, find the next little lump that isn't snow and try and catch yourself on it. As long as you don't start tumbling, you'll probably be okay. Technically, you could probably slide on your back down this whole thing. But you have to have some skill to do that without tumbling. So as long as you're careful and you kind of like, guide yourself over one way or another towards like an outcropping of stone and, put your hands out to slow yourselves down, make yourselves as flat as possible and kind of dig in with, hands and elbows and such. It just gives you a guide on how this kind of works. And you all set out on your way. Can I have everyone roll? Let's do a dex saving throw for everyone to see if anyone starts to slip.
Okay.
We'll start with that.
Saving throw. It's not a disadvantage.
Ah, nice. Juna, what'd you get?
22.
Nice. Okay, no, yeah, you are gonna make it down just fine. Nice. Laedrin?
11.
Okay, we'll tackle Laedrin right now, and then we'll move on.
No.
Yeah, you're climbing down, and sure enough, like where you're putting your foot just slips, and that's enough force to have the other foot slip, and you start sliding. You're face down in the snow on your belly, sliding down this mountain. And as Venka taught you, kind of roll over onto your back, so you're sort of like a luge, right? You're on your back, going down on the snow. Can I have you do an acrobatics check, which you get to just do a straight check for? You don't have the stuff to try and get yourself over. You see a couple of outcroppings where maybe you can catch yourself on those. Flipping.
17.
Okay. At 17, you very squarely kind of slide yourself over, and you spring on your knees as you kind of strike the stone. You dug in to slow yourself down. You did everything you were supposed to, and you kind of caught yourself. And you wait a little bit for everyone to catch up.
That was a very emo Legolas move. That's what's happening.
Nice.
That's what happened. Okay.
I think it gives you a thumbs up. And everyone continues down. It's a bit nerve-wracking. We've had one slide so far. Dia, what did you get for your saving throw?
Yeah, I got a 15. So
Ooh, okay, yep, you were a-okay then. Yep, you made
yes.
the mark. You're climbing down very carefully. Extra cautious, maybe after seeing Laedrin, but it's enough. The caution pays off. Fiora, how about you?
25.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you're just at almost full speed. Just yeah. This stuff, yeah. And climb down easy for the day. That's nice. Can I have everyone do a perception check as well? Fiora, let me know.
Got a 19.
Hey, Dia.
So it's a natural 1, but in total a 0.
Oh no! Your eyes are closed.
Yep.
Nice. Laedrin.
26.
Yeah. And Tuna.
Wow.
Nice. Laedrin, during your slide, you caught yourself in this outcropping.
Okay.
Safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
You notice it's not just a rocky outcropping. This is something sticking out of the snow that's made of stone, but it's not natural mountain stone. There's like a shape to it. It's sort of like a smooth stone that's sort of like a dome, and it's just as wide as you are, maybe like your shoulder width, from your shoulder to shoulder, sort of this dome sticking out. And there's like maybe a band around the top of the dome or two that you see from the portion that's stuck out of the snow. What would you like to do, if anything?
I'm being told I can't revive it in case it needs to be revived. I'm looking at my spells.
There's some snow you can clear away too. It's in like 2.5 feet of snow. If you wanted to get a better idea, not that you have to, just to set the scene. But please check spells and anything you want to do.
I'm going to cautiously, as slowly as I can, nonchalantly as I can, move some snow. Not a whole lot.
Okay, you want to get down a little more? Two things. So this is as everyone's sort of getting caught up to you here, as you just slid ahead a bit. And can you roll just a general Arcana check?
Sure, because I'm really good at that. 5.
Okay.
I am not I'm not very book smart, but I am nature smart.
Yeah, yep, and you've got magic, and without
Wait,
really
magic.
being aware of what that can do in some cases, you're sort of like clearing this, and as your hand brushes past one of those ridges on the dome, um, with that high perception, you see some symbols light up, like little engraved etchings that light up with light, and you feel a little rumble under the ground.
I stop.
Mm-hmm. Rumble continue.
I want to leave. I want to run. I want to slide. I want to fly away. I want to do all the things except for staying here.
All right, you all see a bit of maybe a panic look on Laedrin's face. What kind of look do they see as they've caught up to you, Laedrin?
I didn't do it.
A guilty look.
How come you didn't do it? What the hell?
I did what you would have done.
What? What is it that I would have done?
A giant stone.
Are we allowed to talk now?
I think it's
I
like
see nothing.
a giant stone arm erupts from the snow behind Laedrin, and another, a huge, what appears to be an ancient. This thing is way before the Sundering. Stone golem erupts from the ground. These are large. So I think that's like a 16-foot stone golem. You know what?
I know your daddy.
What? I'm trying to connect dots. Yeah, maybe Orin. Okay. I'm like, what? Mom? That's amazing. Feora, given some of your backstory, you're familiar with stone golems. You know that these things here. I'm just gonna send this to you real quick, so you can share whatever you want your impression of this to be. You just type much, Dan? No. Okay. So because of some of your backstory stuff, you've actually are aware of this and its capabilities. So, if you want to share anything as you see this, please feel free to, but don't if you don't want to.
Right, unless you guys are fond of dying, we need to get the fuck out now. Like, just go.
Okay.
The thing stands up. Can I have everyone do a quick initiative roll?
Oh god.
So,
This feels like this feels like the first time I played Breath of the Wild. That I just
the stone
stumbled across.
toss. Yeah.
Fuck.
All right. The number you want to beat is 11.
Oh,
that's-
does
it's
initiative
Well-
count as an ability score for ways of
Oh, that's a good question.
exhaustion?
It is basically a skill check, right? Because it uses your dex mod. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I have advantage because of my dagger. Does that mean I just roll it straight?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is just to see if you can begin running before this thing gets out of the ground and gets a swipe. That's all. Tuna, what'd you get?
Okay, you said at disadvantage, right?
Yeah. So.
Because exhaustion. Yeah, it's 11.
Oh, 11. What's your dexterity score?
+3. My score is a 16. Sorry.
16. Oh, no problem. Oh, man. By a hair's breadth, you are ahead before, because their dex is 9. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. So, Laedrin,
Well, it's a 7. Like,
I guess you're on its head. So I guess that makes sense. You would have listened, okay? I know
you
your
know,
dad.
you-
That's awesome.
she wants her. She
mhm.
wants her broom. Like, eventually, not now, but
Okay.
eventually, she wants her broom ready in case she needs to fly
Nice.
low to the ground.
Okay. Dia?
A 3 total. I rolled a natural 1 again.
Oh no.
You need to switch your dice.
I'm about to
Oh,
now.
no, yeah. And Feora?
24.
Jesus
Okay.
fucking Christ.
You remember with your cat-like reflexes, you're like, we
Going
need
in
to
the
get the
bag.
fuck out of here. You have that 20-something with your climbing anyway.
What? What are you talking about?
Hmm? It's like looming up behind Dia, doesn't see it yet. Yeah. Benka's like just right and dives into a full on her back to just start sliding down. She's just gonna risk the sliding, the luging down this mountain. And actually, I need to roll for her. Okay, good. That's a 15. Just sliding down. So, Feora, you're heading down first. I imagine you're doing the same thing Fenka's doing. Just sliding down. How do you want to get down away from this?
I'll go sliding if that's what the experts do.
Okay. Yep. Geez, who else? Tuna. Oh my gosh, Tuna. As this thing comes up, its hand just swipes by you as it's just trying to stand up out of the ground, and you duck. How do you want to like duck, and what do you want to do?
I have a stupid idea.
Yes. Love it.
Okay, how close am I to Dia?
You can be as close as you like, however close.
Okay, can I like grab Dia and shield surf down?
Yeah.
Like a standing shield surf, or like a
Like
sitting,
crouching. Like kind of crouching, like on one knee, and like kind of try to pull Dia as close as I can to also get her onto the shield and get her out of the way.
I'll say that
I may not can do both, but
nice. I don't mind doing rolls for first. Let me just. What's the average of your two? Oh no, wait, dear. What did you get for your roll? 3.
Oh, I got a 3 total. It's a natural 1.
Right. Yours is a little higher. If you're looking
I'm also
to
fine.
okay.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I'm also fine like waiting until Dia's turn to
Yeah.
help her get down. I can put that off until Dia's turn if that would.
Yeah, that would probably. It would be that, and then there'd probably be an athletics check to kind of secure Dia onto the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
That's fine.
Okay, in that case, it will sort of make an attack here. Let me just pull up its things. As it sort of swings by, coming out of the ground. It's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, I forgot this thing's. Yeah, it's.
Gee, let me check.
That's 20 bludgeoning damage as it stone arm just sort of cracks you up the head, but it does get you closer to Dia for when it comes around. It's actually, let's see. Let me do what I'm doing. It's you'll have an opportunity, but it's gonna have to be at the end of Dia's turn because technically this is ahead, so it's gonna be able to do its thing here in this round. But then you can help us game. All right, so with its second attack, it moves further. It's not even that it's attacking; it's just getting out of the ground and its giant stone thing. So it kind of hits Tuna. It's might hit Laedrin. Would be next in that order. That's a 19 to hit Laedrin. Okay. That's another 20 bludgeoning damage to Laedrin. I mean, again, but this time to Laedrin. And then it might also hit Dia, and then we'll go
Fair.
through the turns. Not intentionally trying to do. That's a 25.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not even with shields.
Yeah. Boop. That's 24. Bludgeoning damage to Dia as it kind of stands up out of the ground. You see, there's like its eyes are like lights in a horror movie that kind of crackle on and off. Its eyes are sort of blinking to life, and you hear a high-pitched whirring sound gearing up. But that's all we can do right now. Is it's out of the stone now and seems to be lumbering toward everybody. I'm going to jump to Laedrin next, who I think had the next highest initiative because we're calling. I'll say Laedrin, then we'll do Tuna and Dia, kind of, see how that goes. All right, Laedrin, what do you want to do?
Oh.
Just are you following Fenka and Feora? Or are you doing the broom?
Are they how far ahead? How far ahead am I from Feora and Finka?
They're ahead of you at this point. They already went down. They're going down the mountain on their backs.
So they're sliding pretty fast. Okay, I'm hopping on my broom. Okay, well then I'm hopping on my broom.
Okay.
And doing a quick look to Tuna and Dia, you good? I mean,
I got clear clocked by a rock. I'm like, what?
We both have black eyes right now.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm same.
But we don't keep leaving.
Is it easier for because you got Tuna has the shield. If it helps, I could pull Dia onto my broom.
You can give that a shot first if you want. But time's ticking. I'm gonna give you a,
oh my God.
A lifetime. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that just so it's faster for all of us to get down.
All right, you give it a shot. Go make an athletics check to pull Dia up onto the broom. Dia's still
12.
What has happened? What hit me?
12.
I'm going to. Oh shit! Do I use it now? Yes, probably. We need to get the hell out. I'm gonna use my DM thing.
All right, go ahead.
Is it D8? I think it's D8. Okay. 19.
Okay, that pulls Dia up on the broom. Tuna's sort of sees this, I imagine, and kind of pushes to help a little as well. That doesn't take away from Tuna's turn or anything, but just yeah.
Doing the
We're
hand
flying
where,
now.
Dia can get a foot in my hand.
Yep. It's oh, okay.
Nice. All right, Laedrin, you've got Dia on the broom.
Okay, so and I'll just say, hold tight.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can take a little nappy nap. I
probably shouldn't take a nap. I think I got hit hard with something.
Oh yeah, we're probably all concussed right now.
Nice.
I'll try not to steer us into the rocks. She's going to fly down as fast as she can.
You're half speed with a person. So
it's still
I think it's
faster
25.
than
Yeah.
5 foot.
Nice. Okay.
I'll double check, but no, it is slower. That's fine. I don't care.
It's good for you getting the F out of there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm still going with the mountain. So I'm not flying like up to where we're just like in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah, just
like in
down
the
the slope.
open. So just hugging the mountain,
Okay.
but flying.
Dia, as you're like in the back of this, and Laedrin spins the broom to point away, it kind of pivots you, looking like up at the face level.
Oh.
This stone, its eyes fluttering on to life, like.
Oh goodness, this is the second time a mountain has moved. Oh boy.
You're cruising. All right, Tuna, what would you like to do? You've assisted in getting Dia up on the broom.
I'm gonna try to shield surf.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna hold up the shield and say, I'm so sorry. And
Go
then
for it. Tommy's excited.
yeah, and then jump on like on a knee kind of thing so I can steer better.
Nice. Okay. You hop on the broom. Let's because it's requires a little more balance than say sitting, than being a, what do you call it? Not a toboggan. What are they? The little saucers. Let's say there'll be an acrobatics check. Be a low DC, but go ahead and do an acrobatics check if you don't mind.
Would I have time to cast enhance ability on myself?
Yeah, you can, because it's for your turn.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Cool.
right. It'll be a
I'm gonna
disadvantage, right? Because it's
Yeah, I'm gonna do Cat's Grace and
Nice.
give myself advantage on dexterity checks.
beautiful. It'll be a low DC. I'll say 6. It's all you have to get.
Okay, cool. Well, that was a 12.
Awesome. You get it, and it takes a second little wobbling. No, I've got this. And you're tearing butt down the mountain. You pass Laedrin and Dia, and you're sort of keeping pace with Fiora and Renka. The speed of going down here is about 80 feet per round by sliding down the mountain. It's pretty fast. So I'm going to come around to Dia's turn.
Yes.
Dia, 2 things. The first, please make a dexterity saving throw to stay on the broom.
Got it.
As it's wobbly, it's a broom.
Natural 20.
Oh, beautiful. And you're not letting go of this broom for anything.
Because I'm a great flyer, okay?
That's
Very
facts.
true.
Especially in stressful situations.
Also, Dia, you'll notice that the golem is catching up to you and Laedrin.
Oh no.
While everyone else seems to be moving away. They're faster than the golem. Sledding seems to be faster than this. So during your turn, is there anything you want to communicate or do? Since you'll see that.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably super. Given that it's made out of rock, it probably has real good constitution. I would. Oh goodness, I don't have any kind of spell that would like push it away or anything.
Wow.
So I think I will warn everyone that it's getting closer, because I don't think I don't have anything that could do anything against a rock creature, unfortunately.
You see everyone in the snow is getting away from it. They're going 80 feet, and this thing's going maybe like
But it's
50.
just us and Laedrin,
Mhm.
that it's catching up to.
Mhm.
Okay, then I'll just... Laedrin, I don't know if the broom could fly faster, but if it could, please accelerate.
All right,
That's
Laedrin,
it.
you've got time to respond if you want, because oh man, I guess it's the end of your turn though. My goodness, and it's faster than both of you.
No.
Okay, so you hear that, Laedrin.
Okay.
Everyone's making good pace as the stone golem catches up to the two of you. And tries to land a smash. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a 28 to hit Laedrin.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, let's see. It's and that's 21 points of bludgeoning damage to Laedrin. It has
Okay.
another swing. You're still good though, right? You're still
Barely,
conscious.
but yes.
Okay, good, good.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, that is only a 13 to hit Dia.
It doesn't hit.
Good. Ooh, it's other fist. This is it's striking on Laedrin, tips the broom further, and and that gets you out of the way.
Oh God.
Can I have a quick? Gosh, because the broom's been smashed. Like a dexterity saving throw from each of you to stay on the broom as this thing's like getting hit, ass over tea kettle. Dia, let me know what you get first.
A 12.
Well, okay. And Laedrin?
You said Dex?
Yes. Dex save.
17.
Hey, you managed to keep control of it, Laedrin. And you're like catching yourself as you see Dia just overhead into the snow. All right. It's not a heavy fall, but Dia, can you roll a d4? That'll just be the bludgeoning
Yep.
damage of landing, if you don't mind.
No problem. All right, come on. 3.
Okay, so 3 bludgeoning damage, and I apologize for the extra checks, but if you could, you're kind of tumbling in the snow. Can you make a quick acrobatics check with a disadvantage,
Okay.
unfortunately, to try
What even
and...
is my acrobatic? All right, okay, here we go. I'm not gonna roll you. You made me nervous. 5.
Okay, you're tumbling a bit. You're going full speed. You are now gaining and getting past the golem, which is the good news.
But just rolling. Oh God.
Yeah, you might take some bludgeoning damage next round, depending. We'll see how it goes. What other folks do. Technically, that brings us to Laedrin for your turn. What do you want to do? You want to like off the broom and slide? You match speed with the golem on the broom by yourself.
Okay. Question.
Yes. Stone go.
Well, I don't know if that would work on a rock. What I'm gonna try to do. So if I do a quick like get off the broom and slide, is that counting as my movement?
Yeah, we can count that as your movement.
Okay. I would like to try to put some distance between us.
Okay.
I was gonna do spike growth, but I don't think that is gonna come up from snow. So I'm gonna do instead cast tidal wave and like push it towards the golem. He's probably gonna save, but it's gonna do something.
Okay.
It needs a dex save.
All right, dex save. It has advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects, so it'll roll twice.
That's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's a 17 because it has a -1 and a 4. So 17 is its.
I had a 16. Damn it! I was hoping to knock it prone. No, that's okay. It's still gonna take some damage.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see, that's 11, 12,
So,
13.
Well, you're rolling the damage.
19.
Oh, 19.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold on. No,
go ahead.
I can't do math. 9 points of damage, or 8, 9. It's half.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, I think we decided on rounding up. I think that way.
Oh, then 10.
Okay, nice. I mean, you tell me. I can't remember, but I'm fine applying it to everybody the same way, enemies and PC. I think we had round up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, kind of a cool scene. Of course, boom, you get this broom rack. Dia flies overhead in the snow. You get like pull off your broom, like you keep it flying enough to like hang off the bottom and turn into like a slide, and then sheath it and cast this tidal wave behind you. and then turn into a slide as this water splashes against us. It keeps charging through. But you can see it's
That's
tore away
fine.
little chunks of stone here and there as its eyes get fully bright. That whirring reaches
Okay.
the itch, a fever pitch up top.
I'm also going to bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if I can't remember. Is it just cantrips that we do as a bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind then. I can't.
If you use a bonus action to cast a spell, I think you can only cast a cantrip as an action. I really need to bookmark this.
I think that's right. How far away is Dia from
Let's
me?
see, she got chucked, used up, but I would say probably within 15 feet.
Perfect. I'm gonna do. This isn't to cause damage. It's a
Mhm.
cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do Thorn Whip
Okay.
and aim for an arm or a leg, so we can both just slide down together really fast.
Okay. Thorn Whip. Does Thorn Whip cause damage though? The attack hits, the creature takes the damage. So you'll have to roll the d6 for the damage. But you will be able, if you hit her AC, you'll be able to.
Oh, if I hit?
Yeah. Let's see. Lashes. So it's melee spelled.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. So you
Fine,
hit,
fine.
and then you can pull them up to 10 feet closer. It might help stabilize
Oh.
Dia a bit. You'll at least be 5 feet away and then closer to assist. Up to you.
I rolled an 18.
That hits.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's okay if you roll low. Oh wait, oh, okay, 3.
Yeah.
All right, 3 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you, well, you can get an arm or a leg, Laedrin. What would you like to grapple with this? It's gonna.
I'm gonna do a leg.
Okay.
Just in case she needs her hands to cast
You
something.
stabilize, but you're going down head first. Your legs are back up towards, Laedrin and the stone golem. So it's a bit disorienting. You're not sure what you're going to run into, but you're on your back, and you've at least stopped this tumbling.
The tumbling.
And you can feel Laedrin drawing you in, like, you're 15 feet away, get 5 feet away at the end of the turn. Which passes us over to you, Dia. What would you like to do?
Oof. Dang, sorcerer spells, so situational. I got nothing. I think best though, I would like to orient myself so that I will be sliding feet first instead of head first, because I don't know, I could survive a broken ankle, but not another concussion.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check at disadvantage. It's going to be really low DC because all you're trying to do here is spin around. The thorn whip disappears after that round, so you don't have to worry about that. It helps situate you. You know what? You can do a straight roll because Laedrin pulled you out of that tumble.
Okay.
So if you already rolled 2 and you don't like either of them, you can do another.
I'll try my chances with a third one, just straight roll.
Oh no,
Dear. That's a 5 total.
A 5. Okay. You start turning around, turn, and your elbow catches like a hard pack of some, and you begin to tumble again. You're still going faster than the golem in this tumble.
Great.
But can you roll a d4 for bludgeoning damage?
A 3.
Okay, all right. So 3 bludgeoning damage.
It's the worst. I hate traveling.
Amazing. Okay, so everyone is at least outpacing this golem. This golem isn't really. I mean, it's still within like. It's still following after, right? It's still 60, 70 feet behind, but you're outpacing everybody, including Dia. I think the only one that's kind of close to Dia currently is Laedrin. So I'm just going to check in with Laedrin and see if there's anything you want to do to assist
Yes.
Dia that's tumbling again. You're 5 feet away.
Oh, just to assist her tumbling?
Yeah, so that she's getting hurt as she tumbles versus just sliding on her back. Like, she's out of control currently.
I mean, I still have the thorn whip.
It
Like,
disappears each round.
oh, it does.
Mhm.
Crap.
It retracts all the way
Um,
after you pull.
well, I can't get back on the broom. Yes. Well, I don't know if this. Oh my god. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Make a ramp.
I should have.
Control.
I need that gust spell is what I need, because wind wall is only going to damage us.
Well, while Laedrin's thinking, I will say, like, Tuna, Fiora, you're further ahead, but you, by now, I'm sure, checking, like, where's the golem, this and that, you know you're comfortably outpacing. You check again, and, you know, Dia was tumbling, and then, okay, or she's not tumbling, but she's backwards, and you look again, she's tumbling again. So, after Laedrin, if there is anything either of you two want to attempt to do, slow down a bit and help or something, I'll check with the two of you. But I'll see, you know, with Laedrin's turn here first. Got anything?
I would like to, because it's 120 feet. Oh my god. I would like to cast.
Stuck in end. Because it's 120 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I
I'm
love
going to see if this works. Cast a spell magic
on the
golem. Yes.
Hey. That's a really good question. Doesn't seem to say anything about it being about that, but you begin casting that. So you're gonna cast that. Let me check while I look that up. Who's first in that? So Feora, is there anything you'd like to do seeing Dia tumbling? And then I'll check with Tuna.
Why not?
I feel like after seeing all of that, she would turn and like look at Tuna like, should we slow down?
I know it's not Tuna's turn, but Tuna's kind of like preparing to like lean back on their shield to kind of slow down a little bit. So like you can see them kind of shifting.
Okay, seeing that, then I've got a miner's pick.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab that and kind of see if I can stab it into the ground and try and start like stopping and slowing myself.
Okay. Yeah, make an acrobatics check with it to navigate the, you know, it's low DC because, you know, it's a really good tool to slow down with.
16.
Oh yeah. Yep. You gotta and slow your pace down enough to back yourselves with that movement to where Dia is, up to where Dia is if you want to.
Yeah, after slowing down, I think she would just try to grab Dia to stop her tumbling.
Okay. I mean, how do you want to do that? Just like try and kind of grapple Dia, like get her out of that? Like grabbing her to try and like get her situated instead of tumbling?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do an athletics check then. And Dia, go ahead and do like athletics or acrobatics check, both at disadvantage, just to see, which might help you in this case.
Maybe.
Actually, make them straight checks because it's more you tumbling through difficulty-wise versus you trying to get out of it. So, Fiora, what'd you get for your athletics?
Well, I rolled it at disadvantage, but at the same time, so I don't know which one to pick from that.
Just roll a new then. If
Okay. Ha! That's a natural 20 for a 22.
Nice!
Okay.
Which was remarkably better than the
The
other
other two.
two.
Excellent. Good. And Dia?
18. I don't know if that's good or
Thank
bad.
goodness. No, that's good. You wanted to fail against Feora, so Feora, you.
Oh God, why'd you roll good then, dice?
Of course they roll well. Feora, you begin pulling her out of that. Yeah, I'll say that with that, you're able to get her back, just sort of in the normal luging position, and the two of you are sort of side by side, and you're back now. If you want to have a moment to, you don't have to role play anything there, but
Just covered in snow, from my hood is down, every spot of my hair, my entire face covered in snow because I've just been round after round.
I think after getting her situated, she would just dislodge her pickaxe and get ready to start sliding back down again. I don't know if I could start doing that, but if not, that's what she would be getting ready to do.
Tuna, you're sort of backing up in that same range as you see that sort of, even out. Or anything you'd like to do as your...
How far am I from Laedrin?
Gosh, they're... Laedrin at this point's probably... I mean, if you slowed back to Dia, you're only about 5 feet away from Laedrin.
Cool. I'm going to... If I'm 5 feet away, so would she be within touch range?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to cast... I'm debating if I want to heal or if I want to buff. I think I'm going to heal this turn. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. So
Nice.
that
Awesome.
will be... I'll just do it... You're at 8. I'll do it at 2nd level. Just in case. Yeah, I'm glad I did. That's 8 hit points. I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Nice. Okay, make sure you mark that down, Laedrin. Beautiful. One of the cracks in your head feels a little more sealed up.
And can I...
Mm-hmm.
This is weird. Can I, grab the end of her broom and, lean forward again and try to, pull her? I know her broom can go faster now that it's just her, but, kind of give it a head start.
If you want,
I am on my
think
back.
it's back on. Yeah, she's on her back
Yeah.
now. And
Oh, you're on your back.
her.
You're not on your broom. My bad.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
I'll try to scoop you up with me then, or try to get you where you can get onto your broom at least.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, do a quick
Just try to
athletics
kind
check, Tuna,
grab as best I
with a disadvantage, but still, it's a low DC because you're just trying to kind of lift her up from that position.
Good. That's a 12.
Okay, yeah, that hits it. Yep. So Laedrin, Tuna lifts you up and gets you in on the shield a little bit. So there's a little stability if you wanted to get up on it. I will say again, broom's 50 feet, but your sliding's 80 feet for what it's worth. Sliding much faster. The golem runs at 50 feet, you've noticed. It matched your pace.
I would get back on the broom, but only to head if Dia's still tumbling or needing help.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah,
Only to
she's good.
catch up to Dia to try to situate and then slide.
Yeah, thankfully Vera's got her set, and everyone's
Okay.
sliding. By the way, your dispel magic that you cast on that creature went off, and as it struck the golem, its eyes in that pitch went out. It's still running, but the slow spell that it can cast that it was charging on everybody dispelled. In the distance, you hear it wind up again. You can see just in the distance now, little eyes crackling as everyone's going really fast down this hill, navigating, on sleds, shields and butts and stuff. Expertly, something you probably wouldn't do ordinarily, but given the situation, are fully invested in. you make your way down most of the mountain this way. Before Fenka, you see Fenka like waving to go off to the right, and you see this split in the mountain here. Can I have everyone just do a quick acrobatics check? Disadvantage for those that have disadvantage to kind of navigate off to right. You've got a good amount of room, so it's again a low DC. It's not a sudden thing. You've got some space to get over there. I'm gonna say if you can get a 5 or higher, you're gonna succeed. So, Feor, what'd you get? Nice. Thea?
8, so I succeed.
Nice, yeah, beautiful. Laedrin?
18.
Nice. And Tuna?
I still have Cat's Grace, so 21.
Okay. Woo! You all soar off to the right, and it starts to level out. And you find that you've actually reached the bottom of the mountain over here. You finally grind to a halt. It's not steep enough to continue anymore. Fenka gets up, snow just like covering the entire back half and in her hair and stuff. All right, I'm pretty sure we lost that thing an hour and a half ago, but let's get to the next stop. There's a good place to camp, and if that thing catches up, we'll be well out of sight and out of here. That way. And all of you, your whole back halves for those, not Tuna and Laedrin, who were sort of on the shield for considerable while, but for like Dia, Feora, Benka, back halves are just frozen cold. They're so cold. But you navigate your way through a very not very dense wood here at the base of this mountain, and find your way to a bit of a cave. It is really chucked out of the way, thankfully. And Finka gets you all set up, and you're able to warm out. Stone has never felt so warm and produce flame as they have tonight. And Finka points out, careful, like here's the entrance. We'll make some food here, but again, no smoke. And over there's the bathroom. Yeah, and with that, we'll take our bio break. The crazy mountain goodness. Yeah, took us a little bit past the normal bio. So for anyone who doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get right back because we got lots of juicy stuff to do on the way here tonight. So we'll catch y'all in about 10 minutes. Yay! Boop. Yay! You all made it away from the ancient stone golem.
Terrifying.
Oh, God. Half my hit
Dear.
points.
Oh, boy. I had Warding Bond on standby for Laedrin, which would reduce resistance to all damage, +1 bonus AC and saving throws. So
Oh,
just in
sick.
case.
Nice.
But I also would take any damage that Laedrin took, but it's
Oh,
fine.
snap.
Oh my god.
Self-sacrifice Tuna back in action.
Amazing.
I'm
Yep.
definitely going to use restroom and get my leftovers so I can munch on it.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna get some snacks.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, yeah. Giant stone golems. Sorry. Oh, this chair, I feel like an effing infant in this thing. So frustrating. Those assholes. I've had this like 3-month long drama with this AK Racing, right? So I'm like, yeah, great chair.
Top of the
steeled it,
line.
Yeah. I got it like 2 years ago. And it's just got a 5-year warranty and everything, and like a 10-year in certain parts. It's been like 2 years, 2.5 years. And it started tipping on me, tipping over to dumping me out. Like, okay.
After 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what's going on? And so there's nothing visible that's showing it's doing it. It's worked perfectly for the 2.5 years. So I'm gonna ticket, and they're like, oh, there's gotta be something. I'm like, well, just send parts and I'll start replacing. I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing visible.
Yeah.
And it kind of just ended up saying, they're like, well, we can't do it. It's not us. And I'm like, it's worked perfectly.
It's not me.
Nothing's
I'm not
changed. Yeah. Like, did you install the seat thing right? I'm like, yes, it's front. It says front and a giant arrow, and that's facing the front. So yes, also it's been fine for 2 years. So after a little while, it developed a proper crack in one of the legs. Like, thank goodness there's something I can show them. And as it's tipping on that, dumping me out. So I get that, and they're like, okay, we'll send you a new base. And it also wasn't like keeping me, the gas pump, the gas thing valve
kept lowering.
It didn't reach the height that it used to reach. So I responded about that too. Like, okay, well, we're gonna get you this new base, and then we'll get a gas thing out to you. Right. So I get the thing that says, hey, your item shipped, and the item, it's like your cheap ass aluminum substitute thing is shipped. Like, I paid like a lot of money, I feel, for a chair when I got this, because I had like the full steel base, and I'm like, hey, come on, y'all. Like, here, I took a screenshot, or I told them, hey, it's not the same thing. You're sending me an aluminum one, or it wasn't aluminum, it was plastic. It was some kind of plastic. They're like, oh, that's our upgrade. We don't use the steel anymore. It's upgraded to this. I said, I'm sorry, but respectfully, plastic is not an upgrade to steel.
Upgrade from yeah.
Yeah, because I had the full-on steel one. And then they're like, sorry, we don't carry that anymore. So I went to their website to that day and took a screenshot of my chair that sells brand new with the steel base. Said, hey, you sell it brand new with the steel base. So you've got them somewhere. Like, we don't have anyone. We got them somewhere because you're selling them new. Like I'm not.
I'm like, you sold me a warranty. I'm gonna get, like, come on, do your job.
Right. And I try not to ever approach the level of like a carinitis thing. I'm always trying to be polite and understanding. I don't usually push unless I feel like it's really wrong. Like, that felt really wrong to me. And like, I went back and forth, and they're like, okay, we can give you a used steel one and the new gas pump. And I'm like, okay, that works for me. I'm fine. So they send it out, and all this is 3.5 months of back and forth emails to get this stuff. So yesterday I got this stuff. Today I took the time to install it, changed over to this. Got the new gas pump in. The new gas pump is like 2/3 of the height of the original. I'm sitting like a giant in a kindergarten chair right now. I'm 6'3" too. I should. So
Jesus.
like I need this chair to be in a 6'3" adult height. Like not this. My knees go up in the air and then back down to the, it's so uncomfortable. And like, you fuckers, why? They're gonna open that up again. Like, thanks. Except I'm a child in this chair now. Like I anyway.
Which company is this?
It's AK Racing.
Oh.
I got like a decent one because all that. I don't know. Anyway, little complaining. I'm freshly frustrated with it. Send a stone golem after him.
Okay, like I know you're upset, but like don't try to kill us, okay?
I won't take it out on. Yeah. That was it felt like an exciting chase. I know it's different being on the receiving end of a chase, but it felt exciting. I'm glad you navigated it so well.
It's okay.
Laedrin,
I told my husband, I was like, "Dad tried to kill me again," and he said, "Good."
so I hope Legion does not take it personally if I take spells that specifically target and hurt things made out of stone, crystal, and other substances.
It's amazing.
Not at all.
Natural substances, yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a
Nature.
balance now. Like I saved a mountain, and a mountain tried to kill me.
You've got
Like
credit for
Now
a
you're
while.
even.
Yeah.
there is balance in the force.
Mhm.
It's okay now.
Nice. I'm gonna pop us back if
Jesus
that's okay. We got
Christ.
lots of juicy stuff for tonight.
Juice.
Yeah. Oh, wait, phone's up there. So, I'll just quickly switch to the battle thing to show the camera, and I'll switch here to show you all how far you've gotten. You're effectively here. You've made it most of the way across this mountain. You don't have much further to go. Yeah, 2 or 3 days. Depends on kind of which route you take here. 1, 2, 3. You've got, it looks like 3 days either way. So, back to RP, just so we're not concerned about that. I didn't have the map up on stream. Oops. Oh well. So here we are. Here we are. We're back. Let me just close out the stone note. Ooh. All right. So please go ahead for this night. You warm yourselves up on the fire and everything else. If you have any roleplay, please let me know. Post golem stuff. Otherwise, give yourselves a long rest. D&D Beyond. Heal up.
Definitely making tea.
I actually want to test something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to Tuna. Bought this dagger a while back, right? I think it's Sunhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be able to teleport with it. I want to see if only I can do it, or if I'm holding on to someone, if they can teleport with me.
Okay.
Want to test it with me?
I'm so down for this.
Great. Then Pharaoh, I'll just put my arm out,
Mm-hmm.
I'll grab it.
and then I'm gonna stand on like one end of like, I'm assuming we're in like a cabin kind of
It's like a cave.
cave area. Okay. I guess if it's a cave, that'd be difficult. Put my backpack or something down at the other end, and then throw the dagger. And if it sticks, then I'll try to teleport with Tuna holding on.
Okay. Let's see. Roll any dice and let me know whether you get odds or evens.
Just roll any
Mhm.
dice.
Anyone you want. No modifier, but like a D6 for 8, 10, 12, 20, 100. Let me know if you get odds or evens.
I got an odd.
Odd. You throw the dagger, and as you usher the command word, you arrive at the dagger. Tuna back started.
I don't think it
Good to
worked.
know. Are you sure you're not right here next to me?
I don't know. I may have moved like. I think that rock was closer before, so I may have moved a little bit, but
Okay. So not reliable is what
not
I'm
reliable now.
getting right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, glad to be a guinea pig. I don't really know what a guinea pig is. I've just heard people say that.
Nice.
It's a cute little furry thing. It's about this big. It's like a rodent. They're really
Ew.
Oh,
furry.
cat. No, just kidding.
I'm not gonna run this joke into the ground.
I love it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so you do some testing there. I sent you a follow-up mess. Okay. In case you wanted to do anything else. But if you're done for the night, that's okay too. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And so the night comes to an end. You get that full rest for everybody, which also washes away that exhaustion point. Yay! All right, you just have a few days ahead of you. Let's see, where are we? And so the trek begins the next day. Venka guides through. Can I have everyone do a general stealth check with plus 10? Because this night, gosh, let's see. Poppy would have been out behind the cave collecting the snow caps. And this morning she would finish making the poultice and giving them to everyone. So it doesn't stack with Pass Without Trace, but it's a permanent plus 10 while on the mountain here. After you've applied it, until you leave the mountain, and then they get nasty. But it lets you know right where it is. You'll probably remember this location after the golem on the way back, in case you need it on the way back.
Is it like a potion?
They're snow-capped flowers, and she does show anyone that has any proficiency with alchemy. So Feora and anyone else.
I can do
I
herbalism.
don't. So I don't have proficiency, but I could. I'm aspiring.
Okay.
So if she would still show me,
Yeah,
I
she'll
would watch and
write it down for you. That's something she can write down. Directions she won't, but that she'll write down for you. So you've got it to attempt to make if you need to. All right, and so can I have a stealth roll for everyone? Add 10 for any stealth rolls on the mountain here until you leave. Feora, what'd you get?
38.
If the gods were here, they couldn't see you. Nice. Dia, how about you?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna ruin the curve. 14.
Oh no.
I'm too excited. Like, we're almost out of here. I've had a dream about this. This is all too exciting.
Yes. Laedrin, how about you?
31.
Wow. Huh. You know?
27.
Amazing. I'm picturing the visual of travel today. Incredible.
It's only Dia. That's the only visual.
That's it. Yeah.
Poor Tia.
So it's especially crunchy this morning. What's that about?
Nice. Only one pair of tracks. Amazing. Yeah, so you navigate a lot of you leave the woods at the bottom here of this major mountain peak in the towards the end of this mountain range, West Forge Mountains, and the space opens back up into this sprawling tundra here. Stones pile up and peek through the snow in different areas. It's a lot of just trekking across snow. However, with your stealth checks, you are super quiet. Gosh, you actually bypass another pack of wolves. You see them from a good distance, and you're so quiet you don't raise any alarms with them. You see there's numerous, as you reach this part, you've seen the patrols in the sky and along the mountain edges kind of have picked up, but Finka knows the way to go to circumnavigate most of that, but you can still see him in the distance. But again, stealth game on point. You reach a section where there seems to be a bit of a chasm. It runs in both directions pretty much as far as you can see. Finka says, right, so there's a couple ways to tackle this. I would advise, and takes a grappling hook out and perfectly catches it on a stone that she's probably used numerous times before. This method, and ties it off on this side of the chasm. We can climb across the rope. It's fast, that's 5 minutes or 3 minutes to get across. Or we can climb down, rappel down and climb up the other side. But there's really not much to hang on to in the walls. I really recommend this. But it's a decision. It's manageable. We can probably do it, but it's far more dangerous to go down and up and takes more time. But a couple of folks I've tried to navigate through here, they just don't want to do the rope. So there's your options. Let me know what you'd like to do.
Well, as you are the expert, I will go based on your recommendation.
Which wise? Checks are okay. Right.
They called me wise. Oh my god.
Well, follow me. You can. I wouldn't advise trying to walk across it, but wrap your legs around like this, and hold with your hands one over the other, one over the other. And when you get to the other side, I'll go first, so that I can help you on the other side, get off the rope and up onto the other side. Right, here we go. Oh yeah. So she nimbly jumps on the thing, across to the other side. It does look like, I mean, it took her like 30-40 seconds, but if you're not accustomed to it, it might take you up to maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So, prepare for those shoulders to get tired and stuff. This is gonna be... You can do an athletics check if you are doing it the way she did it and hanging and climbing across. If you'd rather try and walk the rope, that'd be an acrobatics check instead to balance across it.
Question.
Yeah.
Is this something that Laedrin could assist with, like staying as close to the rope as possible, but like have a passenger on the broom and just take him across, come back, and then...
You can try and do a quick perception check to see if you notice it.
Okay.
Or let me know if you would like start taking the broom out before Finka went across, because she would probably give you a heads up over about an environmental factor.
I'll do, let's see, that perception, 23.
Okay. You would feel a gust of pretty warm air so often as she's describing this. And you find, as you kind of perceive and look over, there's something far below here that seems to radiate a good amount of heat. And these big gusts of blow up. I wish the rope stabilizes it, but so you can. You might just have to be prepared to be like, knocked about a little bit on the rope. But it's hardly doable. Oh, yep.
On the other end of the chasm where we're trying to get, is there anything that a dagger could be stabbed into?
Yeah, there's some smaller trees that grow near the edge here. On this side and the other.
Then, and stop me if this isn't doable, but before she goes across, could I hand her my dagger? But can you stab this in a tree? Just over there?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So she scurries across and goes over, and I'm just gonna, like, oh, here? Grabs it in.
And then I'll just teleport across.
Go!
Thank you.
Of course.
And
Well, that's handy.
Rip it back out.
She's already a little freaked out that you disappeared. Like, for most of the travel today with your 30 whatever. Okay, right. Right, well, I'm here. Be careful. If you feel there's a little bit of wisp from that heat before the gust, so if you feel that, just stop and hold tight for a few seconds, and it'll pass, and you can continue. Who's first? Yelling across the chasm back to all of the rest of you, or Dia, Laedrin, and Tuna.
Right. I'll go first, unless one of you prefers to. All right. So yeah.
I'm probably the heaviest, so I should go last.
All right. Across the chasm I go.
All right. Do you want to go for athletics and going like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I will go full hand over hand. Not about to chance fate. The way I've been rolling today.
It's a straight check. There's no more disadvantage.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'll roll. You've been decent to me. Little peach-colored dice. I had to fucking say something. 10.
Okay. You're about 5/8 of the way across, a little past half, little past the point of just trying to return. You're like, okay.
It's too late to turn back.
You feel that warm, light breeze in the back of your neck.
Oh boy.
You're like, oh, you were not expecting the gust that came right after. Well, you were, but you weren't. It was much more powerful than you thought. And it shakes and wobbles you around. With a 10, I'm going to say go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw. Your choice.
Ooh, choices.
Yeah.
I'll go with dex.
Oh, okay.
It's higher by 1.
Nice.
Oh, yes, 17.
Oh, yeah. When the breeze, the gust dies out.
Just talking to myself. Maybe I should just learn to fly, and then this wouldn't be an issue. Just fly over things. People can already teleport, and there's flying brooms.
Nice. As you finish the, and you get helped up on the other side, you've made it across successfully. Oh, that was fine work. Fine work.
Thank you.
Who's next?
I'm going to turn to Tuna. Okay. This may be a little bumpy with the gusts. However, we can both get on my broom and then tie a rope around our waists and then kind of like tie like a little loop on the rope and just kind of like fly. And then if we get shaky, at least like we're on the rope, we're still attached to it.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a thought.
It's a thought. It is a thought. I mean, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I have some rope, so.
Okay. I have some rope too somewhere. Climbing gear.
So you're.
Have rope.
No. We'll say that you would have gotten rope with your climbing gear purchase in the last city. So sorry, you're both flying on the broom, but tying off to one another, or tying the rope to the other rope?
Yeah. So like, I have rope tied around my waist, and then almost like it's tied it to the stationary rope to where it just
Uh-huh.
kind of like
Slides
slides
along.
across
Okay.
while I'm flying. And then Tuna has their own rope around
It
their
also
waist.
does that. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The breeze catches you is gonna be so funny. Okay, so all right, so you both set off on the broom. Let's see, that's 50. Well, it's 25 feet. So you'd
30.
actually make it
30.
roughly, yeah, not much time at all. Okay, so you begin navigating across. Um, yeah, you feel that warm breeze as you go across, and it blasts up. Gosh, what do I even have you do? So it's gonna knock the broom about. So I guess just if I could ask each of you to make a dexterity saving throw to just stay in the broom. Mm-hmm. Tuna, what'd you get?
19.
Nice. Yes. And Laedrin,
22.
you both sail across, no problem. Just navigating the breeze, and it dies out. You get to the other side, take your ropes off, and you're good. You're good. Everyone's made it. That was fine work. Whew, all right. Well, there's not much left now. A little more travel today, and then we'll get to our next stop. Hey, and you carry on. You carry on. Another camping spot. Um, Tonight you set up camp a little late because you're pushing a little further than the other days. Not taking on any exhaustion or anything. Just like an extra 2 hours to make up the time needed. To reach this camping spot. Wonderful camping spot. You've sort of gone. It's been mostly a plateau. You've elevated a little bit towards a mountain that you ended up on towards its peak, and get another good night's rest. Tonight, as you're getting ready for bed, the one thing that Fenka points out, asks everyone to step outside if they're willing to bear the cold for a minute. And you have this beautiful, rather stunningly colorful aurora in the night sky. Cloudless sky, shimmering lights of the aurora above. Um, it's just one of those gems you just don't really see outside of like up here in the north and maybe, you know, in the south of some other place on the planet, but not your continent. Something that I don't imagine anyone would have seen yet. Just stunning.
Gregory is gonna be perched on my shoulder, and we're just gonna sip on some tea.
Nice.
Look at the pretty lights.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, you carry, you get a good night's rest, and just pause me if anyone has anything that they want to do, and we'll do that otherwise. Good night's sleep. Another day of travel. You're getting so close. It's 2 days away. Let's see what's left here. What's today or tonight possibly? Okay. So Benka will share. I have to say you're all doing absolutely marvelous. This is the morning after. Um, Certainly all very capable. Know your stuff. We're almost there. Today and tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, we'll arrive.
Okay.
So
Thank God.
well, just before you start thinking about there's one more sort of challenge to this travel. There's this other portion where it transitions later today when we're getting really close to the edge of the mountains. Very heavily patrolled, just as the city was sort of very visible in and out of the mountains when we started. It's the same on this other end. They have ins and outs all about the mountain, but there's a lot of buildings, and the city itself really extends out of the mountain. And so the way to circumnavigate that, we have to run through a cave, and there's a little bit of a portion where we have to. It's cold, right? But we're used to that. We have to swim underneath that portion, and so I don't know. It's manageable to hold your breath. I think for most people, or if you have any skills that
Nope.
help you with that.
This is in the morning, right? When I'm like
yes.
preparing my spells. Yes.
We'll say it's first thing in the morning if you want, like while you're preparing. So if you have anything you want to
Yeah.
prepare for that time.
For water breathing. I don't trust any of this.
Nice. Hey, and then, but then that'll get us right. It puts us right out where we camp for the night, and then the next day it's just hours away. Maybe 3 or 4 hours the next day.
Do we need a swim or do we need a walk?
It's completely underwater, and we go through the cave, and then we submerge, and it's an area that navigates through the mountain, but it's entirely filled with water once we get under there.
Want to make sure I have the right one prepared.
Right. Let's have that. And go and roll a stealth check if you don't mind. Probably one of the last ones, if not the last one. Tuna, what'd you get?
This is still plus 10, right?
Yes.
14.
Oh my goodness.
It was a natural 1, if that matters.
No, you're good. Yeah. That's amazing. Laedrin, how about you?
21.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Thank God for that plus 10.
Dia?
19.
You're raising the curve. It's
Yes.
And Feora?
I rolled a 20. 41.
Oh my
41?
god.
I'm gonna blink out of existence.
Where did Feora
Jeez. For real.
Oh, how did you roll a
Goodness. That's insane.
You have a plus 11 to your stealth?
Expertise, probably.
Yeah.
Expertise, and my dex is at 20. So.
Incredible.
Nice. Get out here. Get out here.
Was Feora here the whole time?
Oh, shit.
You all start to forget who she is. Yeah. Amazing. Yes. You navigate your way through the caves. There isn't much going on in the caves. They're pretty abandoned in this portion. They're really not meant for like travel. They get really cramped in certain spots, and then open up into like almost pitfalls that then come back up. It's really difficult to manage. But given that you've been doing a lot of this the past week here, I'm not going to have you do a roll. You make it through all that. The big challenge is this watery area. It's just a relatively small cave portion, maybe just 10 feet tall and wide. And as you kind of come to the end of it, there's little glowing bits of crystals as you've gotten further in the depths here that give a dim light to everything, even down below in the water. The end of this solid hallway just kind of opens up. The floor drops into water and seems to just continue below the wall at the end of this hallway. Right, so this is it. You have to hold your breath for a few minutes.
No.
No?
No. We're gonna sit down, meditate for 10 minutes, and then you're gonna be able to breathe underwater like you're a fish.
Is that just how that works?
That's amazing.
I mean, I have to meditate, but I think we could all use some Zen in our lives. And let's see, there's plenty of us. Okay. Yes, I just need time to connect with the water.
A water
elements.
golem.
Of course.
Because I would like to ritually cast this if I can.
Sure thing. Absolutely. Yeah. You
Okay.
take the 10, 11 minutes and you cast the spell. And that same kind of feeling of, you feel something's changed, but you know it's not until you step in the water. It kind of turns into fizz in the back of your mouth and oxygenates, allowing you to breathe without like actually getting put down in there. Same around like your nostrils and stuff. It has carbonated.
If y'all could see yourselves now.
Nice. You won't be able to speak because this isn't enchanted water, so you know sounds won't pass through. So you've got the visuals as best you can from Fenka. Before you step in, now it's really easy to get lost and turned around. These are not open corridors where you have clear visuals on everyone all the time. There's passageways where you're pulling yourself through small little holes full of water before you open up a little bit. There's spots where you have to turn and twist in place like a pipe to get up into the next area. And sometimes the paths split very easily, and you're focused on twisting and getting through an area, and then you
How's
don't see
visibility down there? Just question.
It's about the same as in here, with these crystals give a dim illumination.
Okay.
I guess what I'm saying is just make sure that everyone's monitoring their pace, so that the person behind them can keep up and see where they're going. If anyone gets caught behind, they'll be looking at tunnels every which way and they won't know which way to go.
So hold hands.
Yeah, or a rope.
Yeah,
Rope will probably be. It's a bit jagged down here. You can certainly try. I think as
Just
long
hook
as
it on a butt loop.
there you go. Yeah,
Like-
hey, give it a shot. Just
Yeah, that's what I do.
Nice. Okay. Just keep your eyes out is what I'm saying. So she's basically setting up for perception checks and probably survival to see like
Perfect.
keeping distance, tracking like where the person in front of you is going, and stuff like that.
So about how long will it take for us to go through here?
Maybe 3 minutes or so.
Okay, not 10 minutes. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and emboldening bond my 3 party members, not me, because I can only do 3 people.
Okay.
So y'all 3 now have basically, as long as you're within 30 feet of each other, once per turn, you can roll a d4. It's basically bless, but you can use it on an ability check as well.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
It's like bless and guidance in one.
Ooh, I love
and it's
that.
10 minutes.
Perfect. All right. Well, I'll head first, and there was something else I was going to mention. Anyway, I don't think it was super important.
Ooh, I feel like because you forgot that it will be.
Yeah.
It's going to be very relevant. So, like, what creature is coming up from the depths to attack us?
Nice.
Is it a kraken, leviathan?
Is it made of water and therefore we won't notice that it's killing us?
Is it a mythosaur who's just been sleeping?
Awesome. Well,
Is it a dolphin? I would actually prefer that.
That's amazing.
It's a Cthulhu.
Oh, that's what she was going to say. If you find yourself lost, best course of action is to just wait there. If this holds out long enough to breathe in, that's fantastic. Because if you don't choose a random path, just stop where you are. Because I know my way back.
Right. Lost child rules. Understood.
The last time I had to go through here, there was some vegetation that had started growing, and it gave gave me a bit of a not a burn, but a reaction. Stung a bit. So if you spot any vegetation, I don't know what to expect. That was years ago. I'm not sure what to expect, but if you see any vegetation, try not to touch it as best you can. If it's doable. If you have to, try and push through quickly. Or I don't know if cutting it would be a good idea. Just be floating everywhere. Anyway, be prepared. It might sting a bit. Well, it's just 3 minutes. I'll see you on the other side.
Do you mind if I like light something on you up so we kind of have a beacon to follow?
How about my shoes?
Perfect. I'll cast light on their shoes.
They light up and glow. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, well, here we go. And she dives in head first, boom, and it's a bit of an open water area here. Who's going behind Fenka? Feora? Okay, and behind Feora?
I'll go.
Laedrin? Or Tuna? Who? Laedrin? Okay. And behind Laedrin?
I will go.
Thea? Okay. And then, Tuna. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. So you all dive in one after the other. I'm just going to see how Fenka goes at first. Thankfully, with the skills you brought with you, you know, taking the time to study and learn underwater breathing and stuff, really going to pay off here. That's a large chunk of the challenge. The light on the shoes, again, I don't even think I'm going to do the perception check piece because the light in the shoes is really smart, really on point, and, you know, instead of dim light through here, it's like, oh, that's bright for 20 and dim for another 20, I think. So we'll just dismiss that. So you're all, for anyone that's claustrophobic, this is a bit of a nightmare for your, you know, characters. Hopefully none of you are. I probably should have checked. Sorry.
Never again.
Some of the spaces open up nicely, and you're just large columns of water that are like 30 feet wide that you're all just swimming up one after another, and then you get into another little area that's more of a crevice that you're kind of crawling through underwater. Thank goodness for the underwater breathing. There is a section that opens up into one of these, just again, another large column of water vertically. It's maybe 80 feet up. And some of that vegetation and the little crawl space that empties into this you start encountering little tiny bits of vegetation. And you can feel there's a bit of a sting. It's not doing any damage or anything, but you feel that little bite. As you empty out into this column, this vegetation has grown to cover like most of the space. There's a little area in the very center that doesn't have vegetation reaching out. It's growing off the walls horizontally like this, just floating in the water from all the walls. But that center area to navigate doesn't have any. So just ask everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as you're trying to avoid any of that, the long leaves of vegetation and this beautiful color.
Y'all have a D4.
Right. Do not forget that. Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Feora, what'd you get?
19.
Okay, you successfully navigate all the vegetation. Beautiful. I'm sorry, let me go by an order here. Laedrin, just marching order. Laedrin, what'd you get?
23.
Beautiful. Okay. Dia, how about you?
I got 24.
Nice. Okay, and Tuna?
9.
Okay. Yeah, see, you're doing your best, Tuna. You know, you're tall, you're muscular, you've got a strong frame, and it just, you know, as you're swimming about, you've got the shield, and there's a lot to navigate, and you brush through just a forearm. You kind of navigate back to the center pillar. But I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah. 11.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm doing great.
Right. That's what I'm looking for. Jeez, my brain just shut off entirely for a second there. Yeah. So, what you feel? Where is it? Yeah. you feel your joints start burning. You feel the burn here at first, but that doesn't do any damage, but it sizzles, and then you don't feel it, and you really stop feeling anything in that arm. Your joints start burning, and then you feel them seizing up. And you no longer have the mobility to swim, and you start petrifying and start sinking. Laedrin, you said that you did a rope
Yeah. Oh,
for
fuck yeah, we
everybody?
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it was starting at Finca
Mhm.
and then just kind of like going through like belt loops.
okay. Dia, you feel like a pull down. Do the-
Oh God.
see-
Yeah. So I am going to use well, first thing I'm gonna do is spend a sorcery point to do subtle casting, so I don't need verbal or somatic components
Okay.
to do dancing lights in like the shape of like a very frilly fish to like get
Mhm.
to like swim up to get everyone's attention,
Okay.
and then I will swim down to get tuna.
Okay, you start swimming down. The fish goes up.
Mhm.
Laedrin and Feor and Fenka all get on the rope after the fish, right?
Mhm.
Dia, as you're looking down, this light shining down from the fish as you send them up. You see Tuna not entirely mobilized, but like trying to move. And what kind of expression do you have, Tuna? What does Tuna look like?
Probably pretty panicked, honestly.
Nice. Okay. Um, all right, two things. First, Tuna, there is a second save in an attempt to avoid this. So go ahead and make one more Constitution saving throw.
17.
17. Okay. As you're doing that, I need. Let me quickly ask, as this is all happening together. Dia's swimming down. Laedrin and Feora, what are you doing as the fish goes up and Dia starts swimming down? Actually, y'all have to swim down because you're tied together with a rope. And I have Feora, Dia, and Laedrin make a dexterity saving throw to avoid hitting the
Mhm.
plant growth as you're woo and swimming down in this rather narrow passage.
Oh.
And Dia, you can let me know
Okay.
what you got first.
7, 8, 9, 20.
Oh, nice. Who's next? Laedrin?
20 as well, 30, 20. And I think also the stream froze up.
Oh no. I mean, it looks okay on this side, but sorry, Zen. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. Weird. Feora, how about you?
22.
Okay, you all very carefully kind of fold yourselves and head down. Dia, how do you want this to look? So Tuna, you're coming out of your mobility, but Dia's going to get to you before you can move again. So just to give Dia her moment as well. What would you like to do, Dia? As you see this panic look on Tuna's face as they're just falling.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just swim down so I'm next to them. Just kind of just put my hand on the side of their face.
Mm-hmm.
And then put my arm around their waist and
Mm-hmm.
then try to help swim them up.
You start swimming them up, and as everyone else sees and spins back and begins swimming up, you sort of have that hand on the face, hand around the waist as your mobility begins to return to you. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna kind of mouth as best I can to Dia. Thank you.
Nice. All right, you all make it the rest of the way up the pillar. Tuna, it takes a bit to kind of come out of that, so Dia's got you like on the way up. This is the last column. When you reach the top, you're kind of pulling one another out and onto solid stone. And yeah, you get your full mobility back now that you're all like. It's still difficult work to swim that much, and it was scary. So I'll give you all a moment if you have anything you want to do.
I swear the moment I learn how to teleport to long distances. We are never doing this again.
I'm so sorry. Oh, thank you.
Of course, darling.
Right. Tuna kind of panics for a second. It's like, okay, right. Yep.
Oh, now it disconnected. It's reconnecting now. Okay, stream. Weird. All right. So, thank goodness y'all made it through this crazy town part. That was so sweet and wonderful. Oh, yeah. As you navigate out of the rest of the cave here, Benka says, let's dry off for a little bit before we get out into the elements.
This whole phrase.
Yeah. Figure.
Prestidigitation?
Yeah. I didn't know that. If sometimes that's your cue, you jump in to dry people up.
Yeah,
No? Okay.
sorry.
Mhm.
I just kind of go around.
You go down, dry everyone up. You head back into the elements, and at last, find your way back out of the cave system. And it's twilight. You need to get, you can see extra patrols around here. You can see built into the mountainside a bunch of lights of the city and the buildings that are built out on either side. You're far below that. You seem to have bypassed all of that. You go into a little hovel almost in the stone wall of the side of the mountain and get a long rest.
Ooh.
Yay. Oh, good, we're back.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, anything anyone wants to do tonight? Otherwise, I'll skip to tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to Laedrin very quickly. Just. So, question, arbitrarily. You don't have to look too into it. With everything going on in Oberlin's mill, where would it be in poor taste to ask someone out on a date, given everyone's in poverty and suffering due to the fact that no one can get a job? Or would it actually be, economically responsible to pay gold for an evening? I'm just seeing where it would fall, and I was just wondering your opinion.
I mean, I I would say do it.
Hmm.
Like if you have the gold, do it.
Hmm.
It's not gonna people need things, little things to enjoy. Gold helps with that, dates help with that. Yes,
Okay.
that makes sense.
It does. It does. Thank you.
D- yes.
That's all.
Who?
Hmm?
I was just asking who.
Oh. It's, it's tuna. Don't. Be cool. Be cool.
That's right. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That was more Tasha reacting. Back.
It's. I don't know. I am. I'm usually very straightforward when it comes to things that I want to pursue. And I thought that a neutral place showing my interest would be better than, I don't know. I guess I want to see where their feelings are at it. I don't know. I don't. I romantic interest in others is new for me.
I see. I think after everything we have been through in what I feel like is a very short amount of time, but
Mhm.
also like an eternity at the same time, that it would be nice and like just something different than us always being in peril.
Mhm.
So I would like if it was me,
Mhm.
I I think that would be really sweet and
All right.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a
Thank you.
coffee.
With a coffee. All right.
Yeah, because that's still contributing,
Mm-hmm.
but
Coffee.
but
Yeah.
coffee.
Okay. Understood.
Hmm. I'm excited.
Thank you.
But I'm not showing it. Oh no, Laedrin will telepathically say that to you, so she's not
Out loud.
so she's not doing it out loud. She sounds very ecstatic, but
Mhm.
her face is showing just her normal moody
You have to
face.
teach me how to do that. You have the best poker face.
Lots of practice.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. Sorry, anything else? I don't want to cut anything.
No, not for me.
I know this really cute Spock. Wait till we get back.
Otherwise, is everyone heading to bed this night? Okay. One drifts off to sleep. Una, may I please ask you to make a wisdom saving throw? This is the first night.
Yeah.
The next full moon.
Wait. Tuna went to the research thingy? Did Tuna learn that?
There's some stuff. It might be affecting DCs.
Okay. It's a 12. I feel like with everything going on, Tuna definitely forgot about the full moon too. So I wouldn't have anywhere to go anyway, so I would just be here. But yeah,
Okay.
that's a 12.
Okay. All right. I'll pause a minute because we do have subscriber die, and sometimes someone in chat will offer that up. So I'll give it a second here as you inwardly
Because
you
you're just begging chat, like help.
just want to because you're all in a little cave, little hovel together. Um, yeah. So internally, you find yourself immediately in the hunt again, not in the clearing. And being chased down by this wolf. Let's see, with a 12.
Zen offered.
Be free if needed.
Thank you, chat.
Okay, if you'd like to
God
take that,
bless you.
that's 2d8. The
Oh.
subscriber
Oh,
die.
shit.
Yeah.
Let me mute myself. I'm making so many comments.
Oh, good. It's 2.
Plus 2? Wait, but it was a what? It was a 13 first, right?
It was a 12, so now it's a 14.
Okay.
Can I bless myself? No.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it happens sometimes. Okay, it does adjust where you start. You don't start in the hunt. You do start in the clearing. There seem to be some rules, with this. And you're face to face with the wolf. Again, it's sort of the wolf when you turn into just a wolf and not the hybrid. It very much looks like that. A little larger, but it sits down across the clearing as its usual, like, or snarls at you. We hunt. Are you with me?
Let me take a rain check. Tonight's really not good for me. I kind of forgot and had other plans, and
What would you offer me to put this off a day?
oh, I didn't expect that to work. Tomorrow night. Free control. I won't fight you.
I want the moons of next month. I'll give you this month. I get next. Toothy
Deal.
grid. You'll look back for a second, turn and walk out of the clearing, and you wake up with a start and a little hovel, and you kind of look around like, oh.
Yeah, like looking at my hands, making sure they're not
Mm-hmm.
paws.
Hands, no blood. You just woken up from this, making a deal that the moons, the 4 moons of next month, will be theirs in exchange for the 4 moons of this. With the subscriber die wait, you bumped it up to conversation, and that was something that at one point they were gonna, wait for the right opportunity. They could sense how badly you didn't want that to happen tonight, and they're like, this is a good chance to make this deal. Okay, so you wake up and you feel like you've got the next 4 nights clear. You're able to fall back asleep. Everyone gets a long rest. You wake up in the morning. And, Fenka, all right. So today we have only about 3 hours or so of travel. We have to wait about a half hour. The patrols seem to be extra in the morning. About a half an hour from now is a good time for us to, we're just gonna go full speed out to the edge of the mountains, edge of the tundra. Again, it's been a pleasure doing this with y'all. Very competent. I'm glad we made it through so well, frankly. I really appreciate getting my chest. And let me just cover over the next half hour the route back, so when you're ready to come back, you can find it. Again, at the edge of the tundra, we part ways. I'm leaving. I'll wish you all the best. Dead North is where I heard tell of there being something. I hope you find what you're all looking for. Keep your heads down. Stay safe. Stay warm. I hope to catch up with you one day and hear what you found. All right, the way back. And she'll spend the next half an hour just like, doing the little mnemonic devices and a bunch of other things, so landmarks and stuff, and experiences you've had, like where the stone golem was, travel back this way. Okay, and you travel for 3 hours. Can I just have everyone do one final stealth check to navigate this last? DC's a little high here. It's a collective group DC. It's a little high because of all the city here. So many sad faces. Tuna, what'd you get?
19.
Okay, yeah. Don't forget your plus 10. That's with the 10.
Oh, thank God.
Laedrin.
21.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Dia.
Because that's plus 10, I'm telling you.
11. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. And Feora?
22. I also rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
La-dee-da.
That's amazing.
I guess it would be, because I have a plus 2 to my stealth, so it would be 13. Wait,
Okay.
11, 12. Yeah,
Oh.
13, but it was a natural 1. It's just...
Gotcha. Well, that actually makes a difference. I'm just gonna try
God.
something. Yeah, with the average, I'm just barely. Yeah. Wow. That made a difference. That made a very important difference. Those 2 points. Okay, so yeah, you through almost sheer luck, you were almost detected. almost via patrol, but strong gust of wind and snow obscured you at just the right time. Was not due to like skill, just happened to be some snow.
Just straight up luck. Absolutely.
Thank goodness. And you are on double pace for these 3 hours. You make it down the very edge, the last of the slope of the mountain. And you find yourselves, let me hit the battle button for picture purposes. Here, on the edge of Tegradoth, the tundra, north of the Crestforge Mountains. I'm going to put it in Discord too, so I know it's easier to see. Come on, where are you? Imogen, Tegradoth. Cool. The moon up there and shit. I love it. This wide expanse. This is the last of the mountain portion before it just opens up into this kind of tundra. Venka, well, due north is that way, just in case. I'm just to be polite, she'll point that out. I hope I'll ask after you in the future with Aveline. I hope you'll make it safe, find what you're looking for, and really hope we get to meet again. What a pleasure.
Thank you for all your help, Finka.
Of course. All right. Yeah, you know what to do. On with you. You should be clear of the patrols here. I gotta get back before I miss my window, but take care, turns, and gives a big wave. Right. Are you all just you're heading north?
Yup. Nothing stops us.
Beautiful. Well, I think it's about 3 weeks of traveling north. You don't have any stealth checks to worry about now. You're effectively just trying to survive here. And so I guess, can I just have everyone make like a Constitution saving throw as you're fighting against the cold, doing your best to stay warm.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this dice away.
I'm just gonna throw my computer out the window.
Yeah.
Just clear the whole thing.
Oh no. Well, Tuna, what'd you get?
11.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. You're all pretty hardy. You dressed for the thing. 11's the DC, so you're good. You're good. That's sneaking it in. Laedrin, how about you? Uh-oh.
I rolled a nat 1. So
Oh,
far,
no.
3.
Oh my gosh. Over this 3 weeks, you're only gonna have my gosh. You'll end up with 2 points of exhaustion, Laedrin, over these 3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's pretty low.
Oh.
So you're moving, you're trying to keep warm, but it is just seeping down you when it gets in your bones, the cold, and it aches.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's where you're at. Frosty hair and stuff. Dia, how about you?
7.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you end up with 1 point of exhaustion. That's
Okay.
Yeah, not quite enough to get 2. So 1 point of exhaustion by the end of 3 weeks. This is 3 weeks of travel, so it's pretty good. And Fedora?
19.
Okay, you make it through. You're the one that's A-okay this time. You're like, let's go, everybody. Let's go. You gotta keep on moving. Yeah, all right, so you have been going due north 3 weeks. Winds have picked up. This really starts hitting like that dream. The snow has been getting progressively heavier in snowfall and accumulation, and day after day, and it's draining everybody's stamina. But you're there to lift each other up. When you fall, Tuna's there to pick you up. When Laedrin falls, Feyor's there to pick her up. each night you come together and talk about how shitty the weather is. How you just, but you're all excited. You're here together. You wonder, speculate, what's up north? What is this? What could possibly be up here? And on that, the late afternoon, it's kind of tough to tell because the snowstorm is so bad, it's blizzard worthy now. There's drifts of snow you have to be careful for. There's 6, 8, 10 feet tall in different directions. And you can see maybe like 30, 25, 30 feet in front of you. Blizzard conditions. Everyone has their hoods cinched up around their faces. And every so often through the storm, you catch glimpses of what might be light. A light here, a light there. And it's up in elevation, and so the ground rises. And you catch glimpses. There's even, in the snowstorm, there's lightning in the back that crackles every so often. And you swear you're seeing peaks of mountains in the distance, like you're approaching some other mountain range. And it's this afternoon that truly you feel like you're at the end of your constitution, with lungs burning from trying to stay from all the ice and cold that's going down into it. Your muscles ache from all the movement and trudging through the snow. And you hear thunder boom overhead. Short bouts of thunder. They don't roll. They and again, even closer still, you heard it above and to the right, and then above and in front of you to the right, and now close and directly in front of you. And you watch the blizzard, snow blowing down in this direction. Suddenly, a downburst of wind with thunder maybe 50 feet in front of you. Snow flies in either direction as a huge beast lands, and the snow that it sends flying is 15, 20 feet in waves off to either side of you. This creature stands 80 feet tall, 180 feet from front to back. And I'm just going to send a picture in Discord as I switch over here. A massive white dragon, not that you know what a dragon looks like, lands in front of you. Who are you? And what are you doing in Coldversey? Lets out this terrible roar. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What? Yeah.
Nice. Oh, so well done, everybody. What a great session. Yay. Everybody lived. Oh, nice.
For now.
Somehow, against all odds.
So the exhaustion points are right at this point in time, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's exciting.
Great. Good. Love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now, do I
That's
have
fine.
one or none?
You don't have any, I don't think.
Rolled 11. Okay, I didn't think so. But then I
Yeah.
thought there's no way I rolled well enough. Okay.
Oh, you just, because you hit the 11, which was the mark.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Cool.
Oh,
Goody.
yeah. It's gonna be fun. Oh, all right.
It's
So
gonna be great.
thank you, players. So much fun. Oh, you did so well. Thank you, viewers, for hanging out with us. Thank you, Zen, for the sub die tonight.
Yes, thank you.
It helped. That really helped. I mean, otherwise it would be a
Save
very
lives.
different ending tonight. Like that would have been I've got the things out. For
Fighting werewolf too.
for
Oh, no!
hybrid tuna. So it was definitely a possibility in that little hovel trying to be stealthy, so it helped out.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, now what we need to know is Tuna gonna tell us?
Yeah,
The
Tuna
outcome.
definitely will when it gets closer to time.
Next month. We'll
Yes,
bring it up.
we don't have time to plan.
If we survive this dragon.
Oh my
Basically,
goodness.
once we get to town, Tuna's immediate thing is gonna be like, okay, let's find somewhere to lock me up for a little bit.
Nice. I need to figure this out. I'll
Are
give
we
you
in
some
jail?
details too, Tuna, because you did get direction from that place that Laedrin brought you to. Like, here's what we know, and it's kind of like a lot of the generalized info. But
Right.
they did say, you know, you might be able to find there's supposedly a book that or some people, I forget which it was, that can help you. So that's something you'll mention. Oh, yeah. Okay, so thank you so much, viewers, for hanging out with us. And we're gonna go raid our friends at Quests and Chaos. So please give a call, Madbird Raid, and chat. I hope you'll catch us next Tuesday. If you had fun, consider giving us a follow. You can be alerted to all our content. But gosh, come back next Tuesday. You've been watching Sundered Faete, or High Fantasy D&D campaign. We stream every Tuesday 9 to midnight and find out what's going on. There's no dragons in this world. If you're new, there's no dragons in this world. So this is like, we pause.
We got no idea what this thing is.
Yeah. So look forward to it. All right, we'll catch you all soon. Have a great night. Bye. Oops.